I'm going to
What's
start
up?
talking to you guys a little bit about how I start my day. Okay. Um, yeah, I wake up at 5:30. I'm in LA. I wake up at 5:30 a.m. every day for the last, I don't know, 30 years. Everybody on the chat, to keep your
That's too
questions
damn
for
early.
later. 5:30 a.m. My I have a coffee maker that grinds fresh beans automatically. So when I hear it, that's almost like my alarm clock. But after 30 years of waking up early, especially on the West Coast, because market opens at 6:30 my time a.m. and closes at 1 p.m., which is okay. My body is so used to getting up early, I automatically like wake up at 5:30 without an alarm clock. But then if I do miss it, if I'm tired or hungover from the day before, when the coffee grinder goes off, everybody wakes up at home. And so get me a good cup of coffee and then, turn the screen on. And first of all, like I told you guys, I'm a mostly technical trader, but techno fundamentalist, meaning I do pay close attention to fundamentals because, it helps me with my bias, number one. Number two, you need to know what's happening, right? Before I even pay any attention to what's happening to my own positions, I pay attention to what's happening, that could affect what I'm doing, which is, you know, as you guys know, I love the Federal Reserve. There's so much to do on that Federal Reserve of ours that, without being political, it's just my opinions only. By the way, this is all education information, not trading advice. Get that out of the way. So what do? I sit in front of my computer, have my cup of coffee, sipping on it, black, nothing else, by the way. I go to Federal Reserve's own page. Fred is a name, obviously a human name, but it also stands for Federal Reserve Economic Data. This is accessible to all of you. Okay. I highly recommend that you guys visit this website because there is so much information that is regarding fundamentals on this website. The most important one, when you guys go to this website, you guys will see the link on the upper corner is https fred.stlouis.org, because St. Louis Fed puts out this data. There's different Federal Reserves in different, like New York Fed, Atlanta Fed, St. Louis Fed, Chicago Fed, right? They're all these Fed governors, they're the heads of their, groups. These are the people, with Jay Powell being the CEO of the Fed, let's say, decide on what you guys are going to pay on your mortgages, on your credit cards, on your auto loans, all that stuff, right? So these are the people that move the interest rates up and down according to what they see with the economic data that they're receiving from all these Federal Reserves. They compile it and then they put it into Fred. I mean, the first thing I do, obviously, go to the calendar, right? So this is the May calendar that I'm showing you guys. And then look how many things are coming out. But more importantly, I'm aware of what's happening and I'm aware of what could happen to the markets that I'm watching. So that's the fundamental part of the work that you guys need to do. Okay. The technical part, you guys are learning. You got the books, options, technical trading, all that good stuff. But I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a time to catch up because I don't want to just say something that goes right over your heads. And I have a tendency of doing that. And, I've been told that, we don't know what you're saying. And I'm like, okay, cool. My problem is I think everybody knows what I know because it's so simple to me, but then I apologize for going over your heads once in a while. So anyways, I'll look at my calendar, the Fred calendar, and click on the day. You can click on this day and figure out what's coming. Like, let's say Wednesday morning, at 7:30, the Federal Reserve is going to announce the CPI, right? CPI stands for Consumer Price Index. We're going to talk about a lot about this Consumer Price Index, what's in it, how it's going to affect your lives. I mean, we all know we're paying, I don't know, 100, 200, 300% on a lot of things over the last 4 or 5 years because of the printing machine. Printing, keep printing, but I'll have a lot more to say about that. So, once I know what's coming, then I can adjust my positions or pay attention to the time slots that this news is going to break. And that's what I do. So once I'm done with that, I'm, I'm ready to trade. Then what I do is, this is awesome. Then what I do is I go to my position screen, see my positions, have my stops ready, have where I take profits ready, where I'm gonna add to new positions or open new positions, all that stuff. That's all automatically done anyway, most of the days. But then, I have a tendency of watching stocks that I like, which I told you guys about on Friday, like 4 or 5 of them. We'll go through it, what they're doing today. And so this week is going to be pretty volatile as far as I can tell, just for the fact that CPI is going to be very, very important, right? And when that comes out, then I'll figure out what to do the rest of the week. So that's how I start my day.